Hurricane is in the building.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Tom Kiss, the Inland Insider, coming to you from San Dimas High School. I'm with Fred Roble of the Tribune.
Tom,
Fred, we've been circling our calendars all year for this game, the big Valle Vista game between San Dimas and Northview. Fred, talk about this game.
Well, you've got San Dimas ranked number 2 in Division 8, Northview number 4 in Division 8, and for a reason. San Dimas is undefeated, Tom. They're 7-0, and they've smoked everybody by an average of almost 40 points. I don't think anyone's come within 4 touchdowns with them. Northview, on the other hand, they're undefeated since their season opening loss to Charter Oak, and they've beaten everybody since then, Tom, by 30 points, including a big win over Don Lugo. A lot of people think Northview's a little bit more battle-tested. That's why we're going to find out tonight. 2 great teams.
Well, with San Dimas, it all starts with number 22 in the backfield. Talk about him.
Yeah, Gerald Sykes, he's a monster because not only can he run the ball, he can catch the ball. He's been scoring in the backfield, catching the ball on short passes and going for touchdowns. He's just a tough load. No one's been able to do anything with him this year, but this is going to be a big test for him tonight.
And then on the other side for Northview, number 15, Steven Comstock. He is a Player of the Year candidate. We talked about him. Talk about him.
Yeah, well, Steven Comstock, he's been getting better as the season's gone along. Everybody knew he was going to be good, but he's a real competitor. Can throw the ball, can run the ball. And we saw him against Don Lugo, that one game in the fourth quarter where he led him back late in the game to win that in the final seconds. He's just that kind of a player. And to me, in a big game like this, I'm ready to see what he's capable of.
2 of the top teams in Division 8. Fred, how does this game affect the seedings in the playoffs?
Well, I think that, the winner, obviously, I think with a couple of weeks left is going to win out and going to be a top 2 seed. And I think the loser is still going to be a top 8 team. So they'll be on opposite sides of the bracket no matter what. But, yeah, the winner of this game is going to go on to win league, and they're going to be a top seed no matter what.
Highlights and interviews coming for you right now.
Northview would open the scoring with Steven Comstock drawing a face mask penalty here to keep this drive alive. Later, he's going to run in from 5 yards out. 7-0 lead, San Dimas, trailing at home on their homecoming tonight. We knew this would be a high-scoring game, and San Dimas goes to the air to set up their first score. Joey Tamayo is going to connect with Jarrell Sykes. Then, on 3rd down, this 19-yard run by Daniel Jackson as he weaves through the defense into the end zone is going to tie the score at 7 apiece. More of the San Dimas air attack. Jackson gets his 2nd touchdown with this 23-yard pass. Plays 14-7 Saints. Then a great athletic play from Comstock. He fumbles the snap here. Then he's going to hit Kyler Morelli. A few plays later, they get into the end zone. Comstock to senior Kevin Thomas, tying the game at 14 apiece. Once again, San Dimas back on offense, and it is back to Daniel Jackson. They're going to get the ball to him on this end around. He's going to take it 60 yards, weaving through the defense, through the linebackers, through the secondary, all the way into the end zone. Jackson 21, Northview 14. Northview, Comstock, back to the air where he's doing his most damage and finding the weaknesses in the Saints secondary. Over the top here. This pass play is going to set up Antwaun Ayers, tying it 21 yards out, and we're tied 21-21 in the second quarter. Saints continue to pound away at the Vikings defense. That's Sykes for 25 yards, and then once again it's Jackson. That's right, if you played him on your fantasy team, you would have had 41 points, 4 touchdowns, and 170 total yards on offense. 28-21 halftime lead for the Saints. Second half was a different story. Jackson was shaken up on a kick return, was not the same player after that. The Northview D started to step up and shut down the Saints offense. Comstock right here, continuing to go in deep. This pass connects with Frankie Simontel. Then they go to the ground with Kevin Thomas. He's going to rumble to the Saints' 15-yard line. A few plays later, it's that delayed quarterback draw that we all drew up. That's right, Comstock rushing for 124 yards on the night, 3 touchdowns. Pivotal moment. Comstock goes down with an injury. In comes Nathan Amadeo. And what does he do with 18 seconds left in the third quarter? And his first pass from scrimmage, that's right. He goes 60 yards to Antwaun Ayers, shocking the San Dimas Saints and then giving them a lead. Comstock over the middle to Ayers. He had 8 receptions for 154 yards, 2 TDs, and then Comstock calling his own number down the left side, gets in, hits the pylon. Touchdown, Vikings. They take a 35-28 lead, and really we're rolling from there. Actually, that was a 42-42nd point that they got there. 21 unanswered for them. And Comstock showing that the Saints weren't going to be able to stop him. This one up the middle, then he's going to run it again off the left side. They eventually work it down the field. He's going to hit Ayers on this long pass. They were pushed back when they had a holding penalty, and it just set up Thomas, who had 84 yards rushing on the light. He gets his second touchdown of the game, and the Vikings make a claim for the Valle Vista League Championship. 49-34 is your final.
Well, Coach, first off, I got to ask you, what did you change about the way your defense played, especially in the second half, knowing that you're down 28-21 and you basically held that team that's outscored their opponents by over 38 points a game to only 6 points in that half?
That second half, we just basically made the adjustments as far as getting our eyes right and stuff that we practiced all week. And, we were just making simple mistakes in the beginning and just corrected it, and we were fine.
Steven Comstock goes down. He's got a cramp. You put your quarterback in. Whose idea was it to call that play?
I can't take credit for that one. My OC, he wants to score points all the time, so he's going to go for it. And Nathan Amadeo, he's been playing a lot for us. We've been able to get out early of games, so he's been coming in, and he ain't shy. He's going to let it go.
Did you feel that once he threw that touchdown pass, it kind of deflated them on their side and really fired you guys up on that side? Because after that, that's where you guys really took off.
But yeah, absolutely. I think that was the turning point, kind of broke their back on that one.
So what does this team need to do with this big win? Obviously, you got a couple more Valle Vista games left, and you're going to head into the playoffs. What are you going to need to do to keep these guys focused?
Nothing. These guys are focused. They come to work every day, and we got our goals set. So we're just trying to get better every week and improve on what we got going.
Well, go enjoy it, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Frustrating loss for you guys tonight. What was the difference, especially in the second half, that stopped you guys on offense?
You know what? We just made too many mistakes. And in a game like this, you just can't make mistakes. So that's pretty much it. We played great first half, second half, too many mistakes.
Here with Steven Comstock after the game. Steven, what did your coach tell you guys at halftime being down 28-21?
Just stay composed. We've been through games like this before against Don Lugo, and never second guess our training and our team and our brotherhood and our family. Everything we do is because we're brothers and we some dogs. So,
you went down with an injury, a cramp,
yes,
and then they bring in your backup. He throws a touchdown pass on his first play.
Yes,
how did that fire your sideline up?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, I wanted to just get up there and go run on the field, but I couldn't. But I was super excited for Nate, and he's been working hard, so it paid off.
Were you guys seeing something in their secondary that was allowing you guys to throw on it? Because remember, this team had not had anybody scored more than 20 points against them this season.
Yeah. I mean, they play a man cover one, and they mix it up in cover three and stuff, so it's pretty simple to hit fades on them if we could split them. So we're just seeing that, and our running back Kevin did great. My offensive line did amazing. They held them pretty solid for being a 50 front and a 3-3 stack, so we did a great job up front.
What does a win like this do for your team going, the rest of the league? You might win the Valle Vista League,
yes, sir,
getting a seeded team going into the playoffs.
It's great. We've always been positive. Our team's just super motivated. Since our loss to Charter Oak, we've been motivated, and we told our coaches we're never going to lose again. So that's our goal.
Kobe, you came in tonight. Your defense was looking at a team that was winning by an average of 38 points a game. What did you guys do to stop them?
Oh, we weren't underestimating them or nothing. We knew they were a good team, but we were coming out and we studied them all week, and we took care of business. We knew we'd own it. We didn't give up. We knew we played it for all 4 quarters, and that's what we've been training for. And we left no doubt that we would take it to them tonight.
You know, you saw their offense, you know, especially in the beginning of the game, scoring 28 points, doing a lot of things on you. What adjustments did you guys make in the second half?
To be honest with you, we played our game all through the 4th quarter. I mean, yeah, they ran stuff on us, but we made adjustments in our secondary. But we had a little talk at halftime, a little boost of confidence, but we came out second half with a lot of hype.
So, Rafael, you know, you come into a game like this, you're playing a team that they scored a lot of points. They haven't been touched. How did you guys come out in the second half and shut them down?
I mean, we came out confident. We knew how we had to make adjustments as far as, you know, just little things, tackling and little, you know, missed assignments. But other than that, we came out confident. We came out, did our job, and, you know, came out with a dub.
Did you notice them, maybe after you got up by 2 touchdowns, being a little bit slower on the ball? Did you notice, you know, they kind of seemed deflated there at that point?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We saw it, and we took advantage of it. As soon as we seen it, you know, that's when we pushed the gas even more. We kept hitting them, going at them, and, you know, that shows. That's why we kept going. That's why we kept hitting, and they gave up.
What does this team need to do to continue this momentum through the regular season into the playoffs?
Oh, just keep working hard, keep believing in ourselves, keep believing in the coaching staff, and just keep stay together, and we'll go all the way.
We're here with Kevin Thomas. Kevin, you know, in a game like this, there's a lot of hype. It's a rivalry game. How did it feel in the first half, especially when you guys are going back and forth?
Oh, man, I just had to keep my team pumped. I just felt like we had it. Like, we were confident. I had to stay confident. I had to tell everybody on the sideline, just keep it up for the team, down or loss. So even if we're down, we just had to keep up the intensity, throw them off either when they were up. So that's how we came back, and we snuck up on them.
You know, it seemed like in the second half, especially when you started running towards the end of the 4th quarter, you were running downhill. They just seemed to fall in off you. How did it feel when you were running through those guys?
Oh, man, I knew, the conditioning paid off. I don't like conditioning, but, you know, I knew it came off. They weren't ready. We reconditioned every Monday, hard. So I knew that this would pay off someday. So,
you know, your coach had you guys, you know, meet, you know, out in the field just before the 4th quarter. What did he tell you?
He said just keep it up, you know, play our game, play our brand. You know, just keep up the intensity, you know, don't let up.
Antwaun Ayers, big game tonight. The last time we saw you, you were catching the winning touchdown pass against Don Lugo. Now you're in another big game tonight against San Dimas, some big catches. Talk about that win tonight.
Well, it was just a great win. We started off kind of slow, the team, myself. I believe that it was the way we had warmed up. That's why we had late start. But at halftime, talked to our coaches. Coaches got us right, and we came out fired up, and we were able to come back.
What does this win do for you guys? I mean, especially such a big second half, you know, to dominate San Dimas. Nobody's dominated them that way. How does that feel for you guys?
Yeah, it's huge. Well, we had the comeback win against Don Lugo, so, you know, we had already had that. We already had that mentality of not being down when we're losing. So we just decided to come back and work hard and make sure we got that. So it was a huge win. It's going to build a lot of character for the team for playoffs.
So we're here with Nathan Amadeo. Nathan, you know, you're playing behind Steven Comstock. He's been, you know, we all know he's one of the best quarterbacks in the Valley. And he goes down and they throw you in, you know, for a play, and they tell you, throw a long pass. What are you thinking?
Just throw it up to Antwaun. You gotta make a play.
How much have you guys practiced that play?
Not very often. Just go in, throw it. Just throw it.
I mean, that's got to be the best feeling for you, especially because you come in and I think that really changed the way the game went. I mean, it really deflated them. It seemed like to get your guys' sideline going right at that point. How did that feel once you threw it?
Oh, I just felt really happy, you know, just put our team up more, just really happy.
So the Northview Vikings down 28-21 at halftime, score 28 unanswered points in the second half, take a 49-28 lead, finish the game 49-34. They win here at San Dimas on San Dimas' homecoming, moving to 7-1 for both teams. 2-1 in league for San Dimas, 2-1, 3-0 in league for Northview. Tom Kiss reporting for the Southern California newspaper.